Hi friends, I have some more books for us to read. These are our donated books. This one is called The Seldom-Ever-Shady Glades. And this is a really special book because the pictures are made out of quilts. Quilts are when we take material and sew them together to make a whole thing. So look at my quilt. Do you see this part here is different from this part here? And then this part is different. And then I have these little flowers here. And look at big flowers made out of different pieces of material. And all together it makes one blanket. This is a quilt. And this book is made out of the same stuff. It's going to be pretty neat to see, I think. This is a book of poems and quilts by Sue Van Wassenhove. So she did the words and she sewed all the quilts in this book. Are you ready to see? All right, here we are. The Seldom-Ever-Shady Glades. Glades are these waters that the birds can wade in. The Seldom-Ever-Shady Glades loves birds with panache, a paradise for waders if their passions sawgrass. The splashers in the blady glades just passing the day, crocs and gators salivating over sashaying prey. The better waiter gator eats a heron for lunch. The better waiter gator grabs a gar he can munch. He doesn't have to move much, sunning, waiting for snacks. The better waiter gator hear those crab legs crack. That was all about this alligator right here, and now we're going to read about this one. The flingawing and hinga dives to make the schools dance. He suns his feathers, flingas, and has a bill like a lance. That means like a sword. He tosses skewered fishies that he swallows head first. Please tell me, Sir Anhinga, how your gullet doesn't burst. He doesn't chew his food. The magnificent frigate is a bird, not a boat, even though frigate means boat. This pirate of the trade winds sports a fork-tailed back coat. He has two tails that separate. His hooked bill steals from boobies, which is another kind of bird, snatches fish that can fly. The magnificent frigate bird dines low, but flies high. And here's another one. The rosy tutu spoonbill chooses food in the mud. Ballerina legs and body, but a face like a spud, like a potato. Her flat beak feels the water swishing. No, no, no. Scooping back and forth for tasty shrimp and fish that move slow. The soft-shelled elder turtle where's the turtle at? Here they are. Here they are, all the way over here. Has a tube for a snout. Her cousins sun their toesies with their feet stretched out. Known as bellied sliders, they're in yellow or red, and all three of these turtles have a house they can't shed. That means that they wear their houses. They stay with their shells all the time. The cormorant that's crested has a mouth that turns blue. Its mating lady's tested. It's the best he can do. He dives to find his supper, then he suns his wings dry. Did the cormorant that's crested gargle bright blue die? How did his mouth get so blue? The great blue staring heron yellow eyeballs his prey. Time is not his issue. He can wait the whole day. He's ducktail slick and tailored, tucks his curved neck S tight. The great blue staring heron has a cousin that's white. See how he has a long neck, but it's pulled in, so it's like a tight S. Now this is his cousin. The black dabbly skimmer drags his lip in the sea. He dips for surface swimmers. He can slurp for high tea. His lower jaw is bigger than his red legs are long. The profile of the skimmer proves he's mandibly strong. He has strong jaws. The overeater skeeter, a sweet greeter he ain't. While other critters scatter, he sticks close as wet paint. Depleted hordes in winter grow to swarms in June heat, bloodthirsty as the panther, with a bite that's more discreet. The river of the Everglades flows south to the bay. There, manatees and snakebirds swim a water ballet. Please help preserve this treasure lying north of the Keys. Maybe nature lasts forever, but there are no guarantees. This is all about Florida. When the parched wind passes, spring tender grasses must burn or die. When old gators guard mud holes nearly dry. When herons must fly far for fish, then cloud towers bloom proud during June afternoons. Growling thunder booms loud as the heat shimmers at noon. Soon the sweet rains gain power as the wet season grows. By September, fall showers make low creeks overflow. Then wild winds hiss and whiplash the sawgrass. Wrenching gray rains drenched and swamp so fast. Even ibises flee from the hurricane's face, but the glades take the fury with favor and grace. See the big rains? All of these are made with quilts. Each color you see is a different material, and then she sewed them together to make one blanket. Still dry, those wisp-bottomed gray clouds yearn to drop rain, and the crackling grass thirsty reaches in vain, 'cause the naughty winds playfully toy with them both, tossing the helpless clouds out past the coast. Ooh, look at that one. Standoff. The heron spreads his wings and flies away. His nighttime perch sits high above the glades, where alligators prowl and grasses sway. When egrets and rose spoonbills all display for mates, they wade and prance in proud parades. The heron spreads his wings and flies away. This feathered group too handy a buffet for razor teeth, lined up like sawgrass blades and alligator jowls when grasses sway. The great blue heron knows the gator's stalking prey, just out of reach, aloof and undismayed. The heron preens his wings and turns away. A pair of surfaced periscopes betrays the gray below the water of in the shade. This alligator scowls and grasses sway. So birds assess the gator's right of way, and if they sense a fishing hole blockade, the heron spreads his wings and flies away. Where alligators prowl, trespassers pay. That was a whole thing about the alligator. The poem was talking about how the birds come down and eat, but they always know they need to fly away before he tries to eat them. Professor Heron, our professor of the great blue, that black slick back hairpiece and subtle mottled cravat hides his bony neck. A dusty gray tweed jacket with rusty academic shoulders and elbows, tops long kneed legs. Look how long his legs are. And polished wingtips. But his yellow-eyed stare and gripped, tight-lipped silence can outweigh any squirming indignities we try to submerge. The heron blue. The great heron, the great blue is tall, and the little is small. But the little is blue, and the great ain't. That's true. Would you choose the same names? This is called the great blue bird, but he's not blue at all. The little blue is little and blue. So would you still call him the great blue? This book has so many more beautiful poems. We're going to be delivering this to someone in our ESL Kids group. I hope that you enjoy it. Bye.